NK Party's legal bid to stop SABC from using GNU postponed to Thursday. The Gauteng High Court, Johannesburg, case between former President Jacob Zuma and the MK Party against the SABC was on Tuesday postponed to Thursday after the public broadcaster filed its court papers late on Monday. Zuma and the MK Party wants to stop the SABC from using the phrase Government of National Unity, saying it was unlawful and unconstitutional. The case was filed on an urgent basis last month, was moved to Thursday after a brief appearance by the legal representatives of the party, Advocate Dali Mpofu, who requested a postponement to further study the contents of the public broadcaster's answering affidavit as well as time to file the heads of argument accordingly. In its papers, the SABC wants the High Court to dismiss the case as a waste of abuse of court processes, saying the party has failed to exhaust internal processes. In the event that the court considers that the impugned decision is administrative action as defined in PAJA, the applicants have another problem. They have not complied with Section 7 of PAJA, which requires the applicants to exhaust internal remedies. No court or tribunal shall review administrative action in terms of this act unless any internal remedy provided for any of the law has first been exhausted, the public broadcaster says in their documents before the court. The SABC contends that the party has failed to make use of the internal processes as stipulated in the SA Free-to-Air Code of Conduct for Broadcasters under the ICASA Act. The internal remedies in this case are stipulated in the Free-to-Air Code of Conduct for Broadcasters and the ICASA Act. The matter may be referred to the Complaints and Compliance Committee (CCC) of the Independent Communications Authority of SA ICASA in terms of Section 17C of the ICASA Act. The applicants can also file a complaint with the SABC's editors for internal adjudication and decision. If they are unsatisfied with the SABC's decision, they must approach the Broadcasting Commission of South Africa, BCCSA, the public broadcaster says. In a statement, the party said the SABC should refrain from serving as a conduit on the GNU led by the DA, as this undermines and misrepresents the integrity of its mandate as a public broadcaster. The DA Federal Chairperson Helen Zille has acknowledged this coalition as a partnership between the DA and the ANC rather than a genuine government of national unity, revealing the nature of this agreement. The SABC must uphold its duty to accurately represent political alliance without serving as a mouthpiece to partisan agendas. Despite the MK Party's request for an opposing affidavit, the SABC has not responded, reinforcing the need for the court to grant the relief sought by the MK Party, the party said. In the meantime, Joburg Mayor Kabelo Kwamanda resigns. City of Johannesburg Mayor Kabelo Kwamanda resigns from the office following weeks of huge pressure and claims of incompetence. Civil organizations as well as the political parties have also called for his removal from office. They said he failed to live up to the stance of being a mayor. Kwamanda submitted his resignation letter to the Speaker of Joburg Council on Tuesday. This was in line with the political engagements that have taken place over the past weeks and which have been largely informed by the new political architecture of governance in the country following the May 29th national and provincial elections. As the youngest mayor of Johannesburg, I'm humbled by the opportunity to have led this city and to have stabilized it financially and administratively following the collapse of the multi-party coalition government, The letter reads, "I'm pleased that we managed to place good governance on course and that we achieved the best audit outcomes witnessed by the city in years," he said. "I shall continue to serve the people of Johannesburg as a councillor and will forever cherish the experience afforded to me in my tenure as the executive mayor," the letter read. "My story is one, and I'm hopeful will continue to inspire many an African child from our city that against deprivation, isolation, social and political exclusion, and the absence of friends and peers in the corporate and media hierarchy, one can live and rise on the noble cause of changing the conditions of the poor. The resignation will be effective from a date to be determined by the Speaker. It is also rumored that his replacement will be the African National Congress Dada Morero, who is the current finance MMC in the Metro. Dada is the ANC Johannesburg region chairperson. He was previously elected as the city mayor but was removed due to political squabbles in the Metro. On the other hand, his resignation has been long coming. ANC thanks outgoing Joburg Mayor Kabelo Gwamanda. The African National Congress ANC has welcomed the resignation of embattled executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg, Kabelo Gwamanda, which was announced on Tuesday morning. Speaking to IOL, ANC Johannesburg region spokesperson Marcelo Serekele said Gwamanda's resignation is part of an ongoing configuration. From where we are sitting, the resignation has been long coming. It is part of our reconfiguration efforts that the ANC has been undertaking for some time. We are in the configuration process, and by Friday, we should elect a new mayor," said Serekele. "Kabelo has adhered to the engagements that we have been having with Al-Jamar for some time. As the ANC, we want to honor his gracefully honoring the discussion in a very, very professional way," he said. "Also, we must thank him for the work done in the past 16 months that he was executive mayor. We know that it was not easy for him to be the executive mayor of Johannesburg, but he tried his level best to contain the biggest metro in the Republic." The ANC is set to host a media briefing on Tuesday in Johannesburg, and Serekele said more details regarding the way forward will be shared at the briefing. Earlier this week, the Star reported that fortune may be pointing towards incumbent finance Dada Morero to replace Gwamanda as the executive mayor. In recent months, civic organizations have been plotting to remove Gwamanda from office to the extent of holding a picket claiming poor service delivery, delayed infrastructure development, and extreme tariff increases, particularly the controversial 200 Rand energy surcharge. The ANC is set to host a media briefing on Tuesday in Johannesburg, and Serekele said more details regarding the way forward will be shared at the briefing. Earlier this week, the Star reported that fortune may be pointing towards incumbent finance Dada Morero to replace Gwamanda as the executive mayor. And that's it from INJIBS Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.